Hey y'all, welcome back to Diary of Deangela. I'm Deangela. This is where you come in and I expose my diaries. That's it, okay? I think that's the intro. Yeah, I think that's the intro right there. That's it, okay? So yes, I'm Deangela. This is where you come and I expose my diaries, and thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, I need you to subscribe because, like I said before, what are you doing? I told you you're going to love it here, so what you waiting on? Stop wasting my time. Don't waste my time. I won't waste yours. Period. Okay? But anyway, so thank you for coming back for part 2 on why you shouldn't take things personally, okay? So today we will be talking about we will be diving into part 2 of why you shouldn't take things personal. Excuse me. My iPad is kind of just threw up there. So this it right here. This it. I'm not moving it. I'm not fixing it. I love y'all, and y'all gonna get this message. That's all that matters. Okay. Anyway, so part 2. Whoa. Okay. So the first reason on part 2 why you shouldn't be taking things personal is because taking things personally drains the mental and emotional energy. I ain't even gonna say have you yet because we all been here before. Okay? So we all been in a predicament where, like, dealing with something, it took a toll on our energy. And honestly, in the middle of that, in the midst of it, if you're not tuned in to God or into your word, you don't notice it. But 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, when you're taking stuff personal, when you're taking things personally, it's going to play a major role on your mental and emotional energy. Like, oh my goodness, like, I can't make this up. I have been here so many times, but I'm kind of learning to master not letting things get to me. Also, like, just moving on, like, staying aboard, like, keep going. Like, that is the secret. That's really the secret. Just keep going. That's it. Okay? So, yes, when you take things personal, it takes a toll on you, okay? So, taking things personally, it drains the mental and emotional energy, okay? So, in 1 Peter 5, chapter 5, verse 7, it says, cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Anxiety slows you down. Anxiety is, like I said before, anxiety is not something that God is going to put a bow on and say, here. God will never do that to you, okay? So, God says, cast all your anxieties onto him, okay? Period. It's that easy. And like I keep saying, I'm saying it's easy, but I want y'all to understand that I know it's not easy because I've also been on the other side of this too. But I like to say, or I like to feel like I was just lucky. But at the same time, I'm not just lucky. I'm just obedient. Okay? So, yeah, I like to say that I'm just lucky to not be caught in that little trap to where the devil could get me with anxiety. But really, I'm just obedient. So, like, if I feel myself like I'm getting, like I'm anxious or something like that, I know how to calm down. And honestly, you won't feel these things if you're not in tune. And I think I might have lied. Let me be quiet. Let me chill. I think I might have lied about moving this camera because I really need to move this camera a little bit. Because, period. What are we doing? Yeah. That's it. This is what we're going to do. I hope it don't fall. Oh my goodness, I hope it don't fall. Anyways, so yes, I like to say that I'm lucky, but I don't want to consider myself lucky. I feel like I'm just obedient. And I feel like lucky is like a cheat code. Lucky, calling myself lucky is like degrading myself, really. When I actually put in the work and I actually go to the word when I'm feeling anxious or when something is uneasy, I feel like I know for a fact that I do it the right way and the way that God would want me to do it when I'm feeling these things. So I don't want to call myself lucky. I'm just obedient, period. The devil can't live here. Anxiety cannot live here, okay? That's just that, okay? When you take things personal, you carry burdens that God never intended for you. God never said, I'm going to give you anxiety. God never said, I'm going to make you mad. God never said, I'm going to make you angry. Those are emotions of the devil. And you got to understand it, okay? So, yes, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, it invites you to release that emotional weight and trust. What in the world is over here? I ain't got time today. It must be a cricket or something here. I don't know. But anyways, the 1 Peter verse 5, chapter 7, it invites you to release that emotional weight and trust that God cares for you. What's going on? Here go the kids. I'm not done. The food almost done. Pizza rolls. Can you give me like 10 minutes? Okay. So yes. Can you close the door? So yes, it invites you, this Bible verse invites you to release the emotional weight and trust that God cares for your peace of mind. Having a peace of mind is something that $1 million cannot buy. I don't care who you are or what you do. $1 million cannot buy you a peace of mind. No matter how you try to dress it up, no matter how you try to put it. I do not care. I come across millionaires. I say weekly. I want to say daily, but I'm really not that type of person to where I'm just like in the mix daily or nothing like that. But I do hair and I have millionaire clients. And I have to say 100% that having a peace of mind is something that money cannot buy. Having any money in the world, having all the money in the world and no peace is nowhere that I ever want to be. And I got to thank God every single day that he stopped me in the tracks of where I was going, because I was headed to destruction. And that was not where I would want to be. I'm so happy that everything that happened to me has happened. I can't stress that enough. Like I said, having a peace of mind is something that money cannot buy. Ooh, my nose itching. Okay? So, yes, taking things personal, it just drains the mental and emotional energy, okay? Don't let it do that to you. Go to your word. Get in your word. Look, I probably need to get that trademark. Get in that word. I keep trying to tell y'all. I keep trying to. The light blinking. I keep trying to tell y'all, get in your word, okay? That's the only thing that's going to save you. $50 million cannot save you. Because once you get everything you're going to... Okay, so yeah, that's all. I'm not even finna get off topic, but real quick, once you get whatever you want, it's just like, oh, it's just this, I got it now. And in a lot of cases, it's just like, oh, I got it now. After you broadcast it and the world knows that you have, it's just like, what now? You never feel full. You never feel full when you do these things, okay? So yes, let's move on to number 2 though. Okay, so taking things personally shifts your identity from God-centered to self-centered, okay? I find myself like I love this part of this because back then I didn't notice this. I didn't know exactly what this means, but now I know that when something is is messing with my energy, I know that it's taking my focus off God, and like it hit 100 times different. It's just like, oh, well now I'm angry and I can't do the Lord's work. And it ties into every part of my life. Like when it comes to parenting, when it comes to me being a wife, just everything. Everything. Anytime that I'm not comfortable or something is not going my way, I have to quickly shake back. I have to, because if not, I'm done. So in the midst of me shaking back, I'm just like, oh wait, I gotta come back. And I love this for me. I don't understand why this light is tripping. Just cut off already. It's just one light blinking. It's 4 lights up here, but it's one light blinking. But anyways, so I have to understand that. No. I understand now what this means, but when I wrote this, I didn't. But man, when I tell y'all that once you shift your mind, and once you get on one track, and once you follow one person and not living a double life, and once you realize the purpose of your life, like you really realize what's taking you off of God, and you realize what keeps you focused on God and what keeps you focused on yourself, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, when you internalize others' words or actions, you begin to anchor your identity in human approval rather than in God's truth. I don't care what a human think about me. I'm here to tell you now. If you come to me with a question, I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and you are responsible for what you do with it. Okay. I can't say I will almost never speak on now. Now, don't get me wrong, in the past I used to. But I will almost never speak on nothing that's not true or something I don't really feel. I just won't touch that topic, or I won't say nothing now. But in the past, I probably have. Hey, y'all too loud. I can hear y'all. Hey, I need y'all a little more quiet. I can hear y'all. Go back in there real quick. A few more minutes. Kaja. A few more minutes. Please. Okay, so yeah. Honest, like really, once you get to that point, like once you get in your word, deep in your word, and you only living for God, you don't care what people think. You only care about what God thinks. And this is very important for growth, period, because once you get there, like every single move you make only has to make sense, okay? So yes, this constant self-focus creates emotional instability as your sense of worth fluctuates based on external opinions. There's so many people that I know, and there's so many people in this world, and especially with us having social media and stuff like that nowadays, there's so many people that's so worried about what the world thinks. And I'm so happy to be free from that, because I feel like I spent like 3 years freeing myself from the world's opinion. I used to be like posting stuff and posting all my business. Well, really not all my business. I used to be posting stuff, but now I don't care what y'all see. I don't care if nobody ever knows nothing about me. And there's just a different level of confidence that I never even knew existed. I can't say that I never thought I would reach, but I never even thought this existed, okay? The older I get and the more I get in my word and the closer I get to God, the more I don't feel the need to tell nobody nothing. The more I don't feel the need that people need to know about me. People need to be in my business. If people even need to know about other people, like I'm actually like checking people, like, you know what, that's not even in your business. Like that don't even matter. Okay. So this is very important. So yes, Galatians 1:10 say it's saying, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I was still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. That's a very humbling Bible verse, because so many people today, especially with social media, like I said, are only trying to prove to the world, just trying to, prove to the world that they this and that. And honestly, I've been there, and I didn't even know that I was there. I thought that I was just posting stuff, and this is the stuff that I like to post, and this is the stuff that I enjoy. So I get it. You don't understand that you're there, but really, you're there. And a lot of us are there. And with social media, and for some of us, our upbringing and stuff like that, we feel like we have so much to prove. But I never in my life, I can say this as humbly as possible, I have never in my life felt more comfortable with proving, not even necessarily proving, because this ain't even nothing to prove. Who I am today ain't even nothing to prove, because like I said before, the wrong time and the wrong place do not exist for me. I'm never in the wrong place at the wrong time. You will never catch me at the wrong place at the wrong time, because I pretty much live a righteous life, and it's just different here. I can't even explain it. It's different. Like I said, when I walk out the door, I don't see what people see. I don't hear what people hear. I don't feel what others feel. It's a whole different world. I'm literally just in the world, but not of the world. And that's just how I feel. And I'm okay with that 100%. I love it here. People don't understand like how free you are once you're really free. And that's their fault. That is their fault, okay? So yeah, like, man, once you get out of there trying to please the world, and a lot of us don't think we're trying to please the world, let me tell y'all some ways that's trying to please the world. Trying to please the world is, and a lot of times we're trying to say it's bragging and stuff like that. Trying to please the world is showing what you got. Yes. Trying to please the world is showing your body, showing that butt and them breasts. That's trying to please the world. Trying to please the world is materialistic things. Trying to please the world is faking an identity as if you're woke and you're not. Trying to please the world is so many things that has been normalized, and it's not even funny. It's like once you get in the word, you start seeing straight through so much stuff, and like I said, it's just not even funny. Like I don't got no jokes. I don't want to laugh with you because it's not funny. Like, what's wrong with you? I want to really see what's wrong with you. So that's just who I am. But anyways, taking things personal is often a subtle form of people pleasing. It places others' judgment above God's, which exhausts your emotional and spiritual reserves, because you're trying to serve two masters. You're trying to let these people know I got money, and you're trying to let these people know God did it. Nope. I'm here to tell you that ain't how it works, because baby, I just got it, okay? You trying to tell these people you got this money and you this and you that, but the whole time you done turned around and scammed somebody. How that work? God ain't give you that. God will never do that. Ooh, I'm telling y'all. You cannot serve money and serve God, okay? So, y'all, let's move on to number 3. Okay? The third reason why you shouldn't take things personal is because it clutters your inner world, which means your heart, your precious little heart, with unforgiveness and assumptions. Ooh, I used to struggle with this. And a lot of Christians struggle with this as well, okay? So personal offense often leads to bitterness, overthinking, and imaginary dialogues. This mental noise becomes a spiritual clutter, disrupting your peace and clarity. When your heart is preoccupied with offense, it becomes harder to hear God's voice or experience his rest. I don't know. It's so many of us that's losing sleep at night because we think something different, because of our negative mind. Because I ain't even gonna say negative mind, because the devil been in our mind, got us thinking this and that. And that could be towards a friend, that could be towards a relationship, that could be towards anything. That could be towards a situation, that could be towards a lifestyle change or anything. That could be towards some results, some anything. That could be towards a test you recently taken. Man, it's so important to stay rooted. That is why we're here. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. Stay rooted. Okay, so Hebrew 12:15 says, see it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many. Y'all don't understand what being bitter does. And a lot of us don't think we're bitter, but we are. I have been delivered from that. Don't get me wrong, I still suffer here and there, but I'm catching myself even quicker, and it's just easier for me to, to move forward with certain situations now because of a heart change, because of the word of God. And like I said, man, it's just different. I can't even explain it. I'm just a whole new creature, and I just want other people to be there. That's why, like I said, get in your word. Get in that word, okay? So yes, bitterness, even in subtle forms, like taking things too personally, takes root in soul and poisons perspectives. It drains emotional energy by keeping you trapped in rehearsed wounds instead of resting in divine grace. Do you know? Every time you think about a situation, every time you talk about a situation, gossip about a situation, every time you bring that situation up, you are living in that situation. Your heart is going to move. Your energy is going to shift in some type of way, form, or fashion, okay? We have to learn to just let stuff go. Let stuff go and really let God. That's something that I really had to do. And I feel like I learned this even more over the past, 6 months, and it's really helped. Y'all gonna hear about it. Y'all gonna hear about it, okay? So yeah, we're gonna sum all this up, okay? So taking things personal is not just a mental burden, it's a spiritual distraction. It shifts your focus from God's truth to human opinions and replaces peace with inner turmoil. Ooh, you don't want to be tormented, okay? And that's what's going on in a lot of us, in a lot of us, okay? It anchors your identity in Christ and practicing grace protects your emotional energy and preserves your spiritual clarity. If you ain't got no spiritual clarity, I really got to use the restroom. But if you ain't got no spiritual clarity, that's where you're lacking. So, yes. I got to end this video because I'm Deangela, and thank you for joining. If you haven't already, I need you to subscribe because I love you. God loves you. Bye.